Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program. Stay tuned for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on CPG TV, a Wawasee High School Pathways program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wawasee High School, where tonight's JV contest will see the visiting Lakeland Lady Lakers versus the home team, Wawasee Lady Warriors. Here are your starters for the Lakers. Number 14, Madison Keel. Number 20, Haley Allshouse. Number 22, Sadie Edsel. Number 30, Paris Allen. Number 54, Kendall Moore. The JV squad is coached by Dan Caskey. And now here are your starters for the Lady Warriors. Number 12, Abby Steiner. Number 14, Ryan Galloway. Number 20, Morgan Adkins. Number 22, Jadison Rosticek. And number 32, Madison Modern. They are coached by Trent Beer, assisted by Kylie Rosticek.
Actually, that's a good thing.
Morgan Adkins for 2. Foul is on Abby Steiner. Foul is on number 30, Jasmine Ryan. Number 12, Larimer, and number 42, is a 3 for Madison Keel. It's a 3 for Morgan Adkins. Edsel with the bucket. Number 12, Larimer with the bucket. Modern with the picks up the foul for Wawasee. Wawasee will take a 30-second timeout. Larimer at the line. Number 24, Alex Crawford, checking in for Lakeland. Foul is on number 10, Lewin, for Lakeland. Foul is on number 12, Larimer. Alex Crawford gets the bucket.
Ella, until we get it over, I want it in the middle. Once we get it over, then we go over the base.
There's a bucket for number 14, Keel. Foul is on Galloway. That puts Lewin at the line for 2. Number 12, Steiner back in for Wawasee. Number 42, Brashear. Foul is on number 12, Steiner. Larmer at the line. Number 42, Ava Harker picks up the Wawasee foul. Foul is on Steiner. She walked.
Ella, we're going to want you in the middle and use running baseline. Hannah, you're going to be one of the two up front now.
Foul is on Ryan. Modern at the line for Wawasee. Number 32, Paris Allen, checks in for Lakeland. Ryan Galloway checks in for Wawasee. Lewin checks in for Lakeland.
Side.
Foul is on Allen. Beasley at the line for Wawasee. No, it's an inbounds. Lakeland's calling a full timeout.
She was pushed.
Foul is on Lewin.
Ball's here. Okay, we ready? Here we go. Here it comes. Look at the eye. There you go. There you go. Good.
Be a baby. Take a shot.
Who are you going in for?
We'll move Ryan to a 3.
Lakeland taking a full timeout. Kendall Moore checks back in for Lakeland.
She has done anything.
Edsel with the shot and the bucket.
Side. 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 Go, Judd. Right there. It's all right. Get back. Get back. Get back.
Foul is on number 20, Allshouse. Rostachuk will have a 1-and-1.
That's up.
Beasley back in for Wawasee.
Ryan, I want you down now in gold, all right? Move Ella up to a wing. Back.
Edsel with the bucket. Fouls on 22, Edsel. Madison Modern shooting 1-and-1.
Back in the goal. Yeah, back in the goal.
Boy, it's starting out to be a pretty good quarter here.
Come on, kids.
On the side, blue, number 30.
Fouls on number 30, Ryan.
Hands up, get your hands up.
She walked.
Should have passed it ahead.
Yeah. 42, Brashear checking in for Lakeland. Edsel and Lewin checking back in for the Lakers. Lewin picks up her third. Crawford back in for Lakeland. Good God. 30-second timeout called by Lakeland.
Second horn, here we go. Second horn, here we go.
Number 20, Haley Allshouse checks back in for Lakeland.
Hey, Silver right now. Silver. Silver. Lindsay up. Abby on the wing. Ella down. Right there.
Allen with the bucket.
Go, good. Silver, go Silver again.
Galloway checking into Wawasee's lineup.
There you go, good, right? Stay back down. All right, here we go. Get the 3 out.
Brashear with the bucket.
White coach called this timeout. It's a full.
Wawasee is taking a full timeout. Was on number 10, Lewin. Modern at the line.
Step up. Box.
Foul is on Galloway. That'll put Haley Alshouse at the line for 2. Number 30, Ryan back in. Number 14, Keel. Number 23, Ella Beasley. Edsel for 2.
Right there, man. You're fine right there. There you go, good. Let's push now.
Foul is on Brashear. Yeah, it's horrible. You're getting hosed. Ross-Check coming back in for Wawasee.
Good, now push. Go and try your shot.
Lakeland is taking a full timeout. Go Silver. Silver, Silver, get into it now. Hey, get in Silver now. Silver now. Danielle up, you up, good. Fouls on Modern. Number 20, Allshouse back in for Lakeland.
All right, let's go.
Galloway picks up a foul.
White, 22. Come on in.
Kendall Moore back in. Lakeland is taking a 30-second timeout.
First horn, gentlemen, ladies. First horn, ladies.
You got a safety back there. Play attack, man.
Fouls on Danielle Jenkins. Moore at the line. Crawford back in for Lakeland. And Allshouse also back in for Lakeland. Number 22, Edsel. Yep. Allen checks in for the Lakers. Jenkins with the bucket.
Doug. 12 for 34, we.
Modern picks up the foul. Ruiz and Harker checking in, I think, for Wawasee. Wawasee is taking a 30-second timeout.
Good hustle. Nice job, Ella. Nice job, Ella. Travel. Good, Ella. Good. Hey, go forward out, drop in. Get it across first.
Ruiz for two.
Solid green now.
Haley Allshouse picks up a foul. Steiner at the line. She'll have 2.
Get a count. Get up. Get up. Get up, ball. Get up, ball. There you go. Get up.
Number 42, Brashear for the bucket. Steiner gets the 2.
No fouls.
We have a blue, 24 on the arm, shooting 2.
Foul is on Crawford. Ava Harker at the line to shoot 2. 1 and 1.
It's time for Wawasee Lady Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, online at themix937.caster.fm, and on CPG TV with live video on our YouTube channel, WHS Announce with the Warrior Head. Tonight, the Lady Warriors will take on Lakeland. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn, Sox Marina, Pilcher Shoes, Lake City Bank, 1950 Signs and Graphics, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Northern Lakes Realty, Boyle Plumbing, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme. Now let's take you to the Hardwood TP. With tonight's call, here is Andrew Mamone and Coach Kim Zolman.
Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the Hardwood TP down in Syracuse, Indiana on this Tuesday night for this great matchup between the visiting Lakeland Lakers and your Wawasee Warriors. My name is Andrew Mamone, and I am alongside today Coach Kim Zolman. Coach, how's it going today?
Good, Andrew. Good. Excited to see how the girls come out again tonight, and they played very well against Westview, and Coach is really up about that, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But you got to go on, and this is another game, so we'll talk a little bit about the approaches of games when you've finished with a real good one and how you follow that up.
And speaking of finishing off of a really good game, the Lakers are coming off of a huge win over Jimtown, 81-17. They just absolutely blew Jimtown out of the water. This year, Jimtown, however, not as talented as years past, but still a very, very good win for the Lakers. Really getting some confidence offensively as putting 81 points up on the board, really shooting the basketball well there. So the Warriors are coming off of a win against Westview. They are 2-2 now on the season, putting them at 500 overall. Hopefully they can get the win here tonight and get above 500. The Lakers are 1-2, just getting that first win over Jimtown the other night. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these two teams come off of the momentum built in the last games.
Yeah, and there's a lot of momentum on both sides to see that. But, you know, Lakeland, you never know in girls basketball, okay?
Yes. From
one year to the next, because you really don't know what other schools' freshmen are coming in. And freshmen are a decent freshman, good freshman, great freshman coming in can change the whole complexion of a team.
For sure.
Especially in girls. And guys, it's a little bit different, you know. That's got to be one freak of nature,
yeah,
I guess you could say.
For sure.
In guys basketball with strength and so forth. But sometimes girls mature a little bit sooner. So freshmen coming in can make a sudden impact, which that's what's happened with Lakeland this year with two pretty good freshmen coming in, and has allowed maybe the main players from the previous years to accept a different role where it's not so much pressure to handle the ball or to be their main scorer. So that's where they're coming from. They've got a couple good freshmen that has just changed the complexion totally of their team this year.
Definitely. They have two freshmen, one of them in their starting lineup, the other one coming off the bench for them. But Coach Carpenter really made a push of these girls are really key in this game here tonight. If Wawasee can put pressure on them and kind of use their non-experience against them, then they can definitely pick up a win tonight.
Yeah, and I guess maybe more of a matchup that will be a common matchup with Wawasee is Lakeland playing Goshen
yes,
the game before, and it was a pretty close game.
Yeah, well,
in fact, Lakeland was ahead most of the first half, some of the third. So that's a common opponent in an NLC team. So you can see that Lakeland is changed from years past. So our girls are going to have to come out coming off of a good win, and the secret now. There's going to be there's going to be a time throughout this season where you're going to get about as good as you can get physically.
Yes.
And the rest of this part is now mental game. And not that we're there yet. There's still some things we can improve on physically, but it's more the mental game. And this is going to help us tonight and see if we can put back-to-back good games, stay mentally focused on what we do, and have our girls step up like they did. I mean, it was impressive to see Westview make runs, and we had an answer for it each time. So mentally, as Coach wants them to, he's got the mental approach into this game is going to be very, very important for them, and the consistency to play night in and night out at a top level.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have more information for you about this upcoming game. We will also have our coaches interview coming up, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463 or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, everyone. Earlier, I promised you that coach's interview, and here's that for you now. Today, I'm with head Lady Warrior basketball coach Matt Carpenter. Coach, thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, we're going to get right in.
Thanks again for coming in. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, we're going to get right into it. Looking at the year, your team is 2-2 overall. How important is it to get above 500 finally on the year here tonight?
Yeah, that's been one of our goals is to get above 500 right now and really establish some consistency with us from game to game. So we feel like it's a game we can win tonight and hopefully improve our record.
The good thing is, Coach, is that you haven't yet gotten into your conference schedule with the games here yet, so the wins and losses are kind of just helping you prepare for your NLC season. How do you really see these teams and help prepare for your conference schedule?
Well, we've seen a variety of styles over the last 3-4 games here, and we're going to see a variety of styles in the NLC. So we haven't been completely healthy yet, but we've been able to work on some things, been able to work on being stronger with the ball, playing teams that are bigger than us, playing teams that are faster than us. So that hopefully in preparation, it'll lend a little experience to our girls come NLC time.
Speaking of health, Coach, junior guard Casey Schroeder is entering the lineup once again here tonight after coming off of an ankle injury. What changes, if any, can we expect to see?
Well, she's excited, as are we, to get her back. The first change is probably that she won't play major minutes tonight. It'll be play a few minutes here and there and making sure that we don't push it too far with her. She hasn't played yet this season after going down with the injury in the scrimmage. So it's been a slow process for her, and hopefully she's ready to go. I know she's excited and wants to be out on the floor, and her movement and mobility has been back over the last couple days. So we'll see how she's doing, but we don't want to push it too much.
And looking at Lakeland, Coach, they're coming off of a monster win against Jimtown, 81-17. After a game like that, how do you stop their momentum?
Well, they've got two incoming freshmen that are good, that lend themselves to line up a lot. They usually start one, bring one off the bench, and they're a much improved team. So they're a team that struggled to put the ball in the basket last year, but this year, adding those 2 freshmen to the mix now, they've got four or five girls that can shoot the 3. They attack the basket hard, and then anytime you are able to put up 80 points on a team, even though Jimtown's not what they used to be, it still is a nice momentum builder for them. So for us, it's executing our game plan. We feel like we can slow anybody down if we play correctly and if we play with the heart that we did against the Westview.
And Coach, like always, what are your keys to the game here tonight?
For us, it's contain the 3-point shooters. They all want to shoot from outside, so making sure that we close out with high hands, but still be able to stop their penetration. Second thing, long shots equal long rebounds, so we're going to have to rebound really well tonight. And then thirdly, just for us again, offensively, is working Casey back into the mix and using everybody on the floor tonight. So we've got 3 seniors that have been huge for us tonight, mixing in Casey, some sporadic time, and getting good shots with everyone.
All right, Coach, thank you for coming in, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coach Matt Carpenter, along with myself. Coach Zolman, what do you think about that interview? What really stands out to you?
Well, talking about preparing yourself to play NLC, and I would agree with him. He's had speed. He's had teams that have been bigger than him, but these kind of games are just getting you in game shape.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to, unless you're a seasoned ball player and know. NLC teams and games are just different. I don't even know what to tell you. They're just different. They're more physical. The games are usually called a tad bit different in the NLC because you got referees that are pretty experienced themselves, and they do a lot of NLC games. But what these games prior to NLC do is just prepare you in game shape. It just helps you mentally when things get down, how to handle that. So when you have Casey come in, a lot of the job of the assistant coaches is tonight. They're going to keep him from playing her too much.
Yep.
And because she is coming off of pretty severe ankle injury, and it's like this is her first game, which is the others is their 5th. So it's you got to be careful. I'm sure everybody's excited to have her back, coaches themselves, her, but at the same time you got to be real careful on just how to monitor that, and that's the assistant's job, to monitor that and make sure the head coach doesn't keep them in too long.
Of course.
And then it's the head coach's job to listen.
Of course.
that's the other thing
the hardest part
to do. But in preparation, for NLC games, they've had a good preparation for it, and when you come to the NLC games, they're just different. It's hard to explain that because part of the reason is that they mean something.
Yes.
I mean, now at this point, to have a bad game, we'll do it better next time. Well, you're already 0-1 in the conference, see?
Yep.
And so you've got to understand it's different in that way, and NLC teams know each other pretty well.
Of course. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up after the break, we will have starting lineups as well as keys to the game. But we will be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. It's a seller's market and Northern Lakes Realty is growing. Realtors Vince Beasley, Jay Stewart, Jessica Van Lanningham, Marcus Moore, and Jim Lane can help with selling or purchasing a home. Northern Lakes Realty, 207 West Main Street in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Playing 50 years of hits you love. We are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWTLP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, everyone. There's about 2.5 minutes left in this pregame, and really quick, just want to let you guys know on some local games going on. Concord tonight plays at South Bend Riley. Elkhart Central is at Northwood. Elkhart Memorial is at South Bend St. Joe. Goshen plays at Mishawaka Marion, and Logansport plays at Tippy Valley tonight. Coach, are there any games there that you're interested in?
I think the Elkhart Central Northwood game looks pretty interesting to me. But as we go into this game, we talk about Casey being back, and everybody's excited for that, and that's good. But what that brings to this team is back to before the first game. And how they had a rotation going and how that was going to work, and then that got disrupted. And so now it brings back getting back into a little bit of that rotation. But what that also has done early is give some kids some playing time and get some varsity experience that maybe wouldn't have had quite as much time before. So it can be a blessing in disguise. Not that you want anybody to get hurt. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if that happens, a travesty like that, then you have to make it all good.
Yeah, definitely in kind of a next man up standpoint. Yep. There have definitely been a lot of role players Wawasee has used that have really stepped up for sure. Freshman Danielle Jenkins has stepped up and played some varsity minutes. Morgan Atkins, Hannah Lancaster jumping all the way up into the starting lineup while still playing a quarter of JV. Yep. So just a lot of young talent for the Warriors stepping up and really taking a big role on the varsity squad this year. Well, really quick, I have some starting lineups for you. First, with the home team, Wawasee Warriors. The only change is junior guard Casey Schroeder is in the starting line tonight. So number 12, Cabria Rosicek. Number 14, Henry Landley. Number 20, Casey Schroeder. 23, Aubrey Kuhn. And number 30, Kayla Warniger are your starters for Wawasee. As for Lakeland, number 12, Becca Stroop is your starting point guard. Number 22, Bess Stroop is also starting. Number 24, Bailey Hartsoe is starting. Number 30, Tanner Metcalf. And number 32, Michaela Mass for the Lakeland Lakers. It should be a really interesting matchup here tonight. Wawasee has more of an upperclassman starting lineup, as Lakeland has a freshman, a sophomore, and a junior in there. So a lot of young talent for the Lakers here tonight. Well, really quick, we are going to have your national anthem performed by the Wawasee Pep Band. So here's that for you now.
At this time, please rise and remove your hats as the Wawasee Pep Band, under the direction of Ken Brower and drum major Mandy Mall, plays our national anthem.
That was the Wawasee Pep Band with your national anthem. They always do a fantastic job. Well, we already gave you the starting lineups, but really quick, we can focus in on the keys to the game. Starting off with the visitor Lakers from Lakeland. I talked to their head coach earlier today, and he said he really highlighted on not panicking. He recognizes that his team is younger and a little bit inexperienced, so he wants to make sure that they don't panic, that they really handle the Wawasee pressure, because Wawasee loves to put pressure on people. Also, he wants to keep it close. He remembers last year in the game, it wasn't really close. If they can keep it close at halftime and just hang in there, then maybe they can come out on top. And lastly, take care of the basketball. You can never win games turning over the basketball, so he really focused on seeing if they could get shots off and just put the ball up there, giving it a chance to go in. Now for Wawasee, Coach Carpenter, his keys to the game were containing the three. This Laker team really loves to shoot the three-point shot, as well as Wawasee as well. They have some people that can knock down the three-point shot. He also highlighted with three-point shooting comes long rebounds, so he really highlighted that the girls need to rebound the basketball. Shooting it from deep always leads to long rebounds, so focusing, boxing out, and getting those rebounds, as well as getting everyone involved. This is Casey's first game, so, sorry, I have to give a quick shout out. Cabria Rosacek just threw me a shirt for starting lineup. Cabria, you're the best. But back to the keys. Coach really wants to get everybody involved. The three seniors have done a great job in Casey's absence, getting the ball, getting the scoring, but now that Casey's back, trying to get everyone involved and get everyone some points on the board here tonight.
I think she was throwing that T-shirt at me. You stole that from me, buddy.
Okay.
All right. No, I'm just kidding. You know, when we talk about the offense being behind the defense at this point of the year, and what I mean by that is a lot of times when you get in a competitive situation with your offense, you really don't know where those shots are coming, and so sometimes you shoot and you're not ready to shoot.
Yep.
So our shooting woes, last game we shot the best we've shot all year. We're in low 30s, and that's still not the best, but it is as good as we've done so far. So each game you look to improve that, just knowing where the shots are going to be, so that when I'm here, and now I can get my feet ready, I can get everything going towards the basket that way. So, with both teams, just firing up the threes, that's one thing, but you got to be ready and know when and where those shots are going to come from.
Casey's definitely going to open up some opportunities for Wawasee. As much attention as she's going to draw, there are definitely going to be people open. Well, we are just at the start of tip-off. I'm going to be the primary play-by-play person, with Coach Zolman being color commentator, as we are underway, and Lakeland wins the tip-off. Number 32, Michaela Maz, brings the ball up the court for the Lakers. She passes it to number 24, Bailey Hartsborough, and there's a three by number 12, Becca Stroop, off the mark. Casey Schroeder with the rebound, gives it to Hannah Marie Lamley, and the Warriors take over possession. Hannah Marie Lamley brings the ball down the court, passes it to the point guard, number 23, Aubrey Kuhn. Kuhn setting up the offense for the Warriors. Gets a screen from number 30, Caitlin Warninger. Looks to pass in the post, and Lamley not there. Swings it on to Capri Rosacek. Rosacek down to Warninger in the post, and it is stolen by number 12, Becca Stroop, as she pushes the Laker offense down the court. Number 32, Michaela Mass with the ball for the Lakers, now setting up the offense. She picks up her dribble and is pressured by 23, Aubrey Kuhn. Swings it on to number 24, Bailey Hartsoe. She puts up a shot and is off the mark. Capri Rosacek with the rebound, and Wawasee is pushing it with Aubrey Kuhn at the head. Casey Schroeder touching the ball for the first time here this season. Dribbling, looking for someone that's open. Gets the ball to Aubrey Kuhn. Kuhn swings it up to Rosacek at the top of the key. Lamley with the ball now at the right wing. Dribbles to the middle, puts up the shot, and is blocked by number 22, Bess Stroop. Stroop now dribbles the ball up the court and is stolen by number 30, Warninger. Warninger looking for Kuhn on the fast break. They slow it down. Kuhn to the hoop, puts up the shot, and is fouled by number 12, Becca Stroop. Coach, what do you think about that first couple Warrior possessions?
Yeah, we just look, a lot of time, and again, we're getting Casey involved there, but just look a little out of sync, and she may not be in her or somebody's just not in position quite right. But they look a little discombobulated right now. I'm more the Lakeland team that I've seen here is different than probably a Lakeland team I've seen the past 4 or 5 years. First of all, both times I've seen them go left to enter the ball into their offense. In the past, they didn't have a whole lot of people that wanted to even go left. So that's kind of important. There, Lamley's going after a rebound again.
Aubrey Kuhn hits one of 2 free throws. And the rebound is a jump ball between Hannah Marie Lamley and Bailey Hartsville for Lakeland.
I just really like the way she goes after the ball.
Wawasee contains possession, inbounded to Hannah Marie Lamley, up to Aubrey Kuhn at the top of the key. Kuhn swings it to Wardinger at the baseline, and she traveled. There's the first turnover for Wawasee in this one. That's really been a problem for Wawasee this year, Coach, is turning the ball over. They have really not done a fantastic job at holding possession.
Yeah, they're again, just getting used to everything. There's that pressure that you're talking about on a press, and we got a turnover there on the press. So that's what Lakeland coach was worried about, I think, didn't you say?
Yep, they wanted to take care of the basketball as Wawasee forces the 5-second call. Taking it on the baseline, Kabria Rosicek up to Schroeder, back to Rosicek, and the ball is tipped around. Loose ball right now. Rosicek dives on it for the Warriors, and a couple of Lakers down there as well, and we have a jump ball. The possession arrow headed to Lakeland, so there's another turnover for Wawasee. Really not very good basketball right now. Both teams kind of speeding it up and turning the ball over.
We've had 4 possessions and 3 turnovers. So, we got to do a lot better job of taking care of that basketball.
And it looks like Kuhn is going to be face guarding number 23 for the Lakers, 32 Stroop, as she has the ball now, dribbling to the middle of the paint. Swings it out to number 24, into the paint to number 30, as there is a foul called on Wawasee. Let's see who it's on. I believe it's going to be on number 12, Kabria Rosicek. Yep, Kabria picks up the foul, her first foul of the game. And Kabria is the tallest girl that we have on our team, so she's going to be guarding a lot bigger people than her this year. As Lakeland inbounds the ball, number 24, Bailey Hartzell, spins and shoots off the mark. Rebound goes to Kabria Rosicek, and she is fouled by Lakeland. That foul is on number 32, Michaela Maz for the Lakers. That is her first foul of the game. Wawasee now
pretty scrappy on that rebound. Both players were going after it.
Oh, yeah. Aubrey Kuhn now bringing up the ball for the Warriors, setting up the offense. Passes it to Casey Schroeder on the right wing. Schroeder gets a screen from Rosicek, looks for the roll, not there. Swings it along. Aubrey Kuhn now has the ball on the left wing, gets a screen from Wardinger. Feeds the post to Wardinger. Nothing there. Swings it back out to Kuhn. Kuhn asking for another screen. Dribbles to the baseline. Swings it to Wardinger on the wing. The shot is good. 18-footer there for Caitlin Wardinger. A really nice feed from Aubrey Kuhn on that one, finding the open Wawasee player and getting it to her. Hartsoe bringing the ball up now for the Lakers. Swings it to the baseline to number 30, Tanner Metcalf. The shot is up and off. Rebounds to Caitlin Wardinger. She's now looking for someone to get the ball to and finally finds point guard Aubrey Kuhn as she brings the ball up the court. Gives it to the right baseline to Casey Schroeder. Schroeder drives middle, and there it is, her first bucket of the season, making it all by herself, Coach.
Yeah, and going left, too, so that was a good drive, and she split a couple people in going to the basket, taking it right to the basket.
We got a foul called on the following possession. Henry Lamley is called on the push. Score is 5-0 in favor of Wawasee with 4:57 as we have our first substitution. Number 32, Hannah Lancaster coming in for Casey Schroeder, and there it is, Coach, limiting Casey's minutes.
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
The ball
about
is
3 minutes. That's good.
Excuse me, Coach. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the ball is inbounded to Stroop at the top of the key. She swings it along the right wing to number 32, Michaela Mast. Back to Hartzell at the top of the key. Swings it along to Stroop. Stroop to Mast at the top of the key. Into Metcalf. Back out to Stroop with the three. The three is off the mark. Rebound goes to Henry Lamley as she is quickly double-teamed. Finds Kabria Rosicek. Rosicek finds Lamley again. They have still not crossed half court as Aubrey Kuhn finally gets the ball across half court and sets up the offense. Hannah Lancaster gets a screen from Caitlin Wardinger. Picks up her dribble, swings along to Kabria Rosicek on the right wing. Rosicek looking, finds Kuhn on the right wing, swings it back out to Wardinger. Wardinger drives, swings it back to Kuhn. Kuhn looking for a screen. Wardinger is there with the screen. Kuhn passes now to Wardinger on the right block, and there is a foul on Lakeland as Wardinger went up for the shot there. Coach, it seems like Wawasee's been really utilizing the pick and roll between Aubrey Kuhn and Caitlin Wardinger, and so far it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, they're being much more patient now than they were the first few possessions, right? They're coming off the screen there and they're being doubled right away. And so the roller's wide open, but then the weak side defense is coming over to get them. And at that time, it was just a little bit too late as we took it right to the basket. So got a free throw off of it.
Yep, Wardinger makes the first of two free throws as we have a substitution for both teams. Danielle Jenkins comes in for Cabria Rosacek, as well as number 10, Kirsten Roos comes in for Lakeland, as she now has the ball and brings it up past half court as Caitlin Warninger missed her second of 2 free throws. And the ball is tipped around. It looks like it's out of bounds on Wawasee.
They gave it to us.
Actually, it looks like it was tipped out on Lakeland, so now Wawasee gains possession with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in this first quarter. Wawasee up 6-0. Aubrey Kuhn bringing the ball up the court for the Warriors, setting up the offense. And they're kind of setting up in a box right now.
Yes.
Kuhn looking for the back door. It is not there, so she finds Jenkins on the baseline. Jenkins dribbles around the perimeter, passes it to Hannah Lancaster on the right wing. Lancaster gets the screen from Warninger, picks up her dribble, and the ball is tipped away by number 32, Michaela Mass. Kuhn recovers, however, brings the ball up court again, looking for Lancaster. It is tipped away from Kirsten Roos and off of Hannah Lancaster. Turnover for Wawasee again.
That time it looked like Lakeland just put more pressure on the ball out in perimeter and just discombobulated all of us.
Number 24, Billy Hartzell brings the ball up for Lakeland, as there is a turnover for Lakeland. Number 32, Michaela Mass turns the ball over, as another turnover for Wawasee. Danielle Jenkins is called on the carry, trying to push the fast break. Maybe rushed it a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have another substitution. Number 12, Cabria Rosacek is coming in for number 30, Caitlin Warninger. The score is 6-0 in favor of Wawasee with 3:15 left in this first quarter. The ball is inbounded to Bailey Hartzell for Lakeland on the left wing. She passes it to Kirsten Roos in the middle. Roos looking for the baseline. It is tipped away from Lancaster, and there's a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing to Wawasee, and they do motion. It is Wawasee ball. There have been multiple jump balls in this one. I think possession arrow has changed times about 4 times in this one already.
Yeah, we have had a lot of those change of possessions, haven't we?
Lancaster now has the ball on the left wing for Wawasee. She swings up to Rosacek at the top of the key. Lancaster now has it on the right baseline. She dribbles middle, looks for Kuhn, finds her on the top of the key, out beyond the three-point line. Rosacek getting a screen from Kuhn, swings it on to Lancaster on the right wing. Lancaster drives left, puts up the left shot. It is blocked by number 32, Michaela Mass. Rebound to number 30, Metcalf. As they push, Lakeland pushes. Number 12, Becca Stroop with the fast break layup.
That was quite a move, really. That was going to her right. She kind of just put a crossover on him and went to her left. So that was a pretty nice move.
Jenkins with her own nice move there. A little Euro step, gets by 2 Lakeland defenders and puts in the easy layup. Her first points of the game. The score is now 8-2 in favor of Wawasee with 2:18 left in this first quarter. Lakeland now has the ball, swings it on to Roos on the right wing. Roos looking for someone that's open, finds Mass in the post. Mass looking for 12, Stroop. The ball hits the rim and is bounced around. Lakeland does gain possession once again. Metcalf looking now, finds Roos down in the post, and it looks like we're going to get a 3-second call, or no, a foul called. Foul called on Wawasee.
We just fell asleep there a little bit. They went to the wing, and it was just a simple basket cut, and she kind of just stayed down there, and we kind of just relaxed, and then they threw it into her.
And you know, that ball never crossed the left side of the perimeter. It stayed on the right side the entire time, as Roos misses her first of 2 free throws. We have some substitutions going on. Morgan Atkins comes in for Hannah Lancaster, as number 22, Bess Stroop, is coming in for Michaela Mass for the Lakers. So a couple substitutions. Something to highlight, Lakeland only has 3 subs. They only have 3 people on the bench right now, so not very deep. Roos puts up her second free throw, and it is good. The score is now 8-3 in favor of Wawasee with 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Kuhn pushing, finds Atkins on the wing for 3, wide open, and she hits it. There it is, Wawasee's first 3 of the game. The score is now 11-3 in favor of Wawasee with Lakeland pushing now. Roos looking for someone that's open, picks up her dribble, and turns it over. Was looking for number 30, Tanner Metcalf on the wing. Just gave it a little bit too much mustard and turns the ball over as Wawasee regains possession.
Yeah, she did a nice job regaining her balance there, but just guy was just too close to her. She really fired a fastball there at her.
Kuhn now setting up the offense, looking for Danielle Jenkins on the baseline. Jenkins swings it on to Atkins in the corner for another 3, and she is money. 2 in a row for Morgan Atkins. 2 possessions in a row. She hits 3-pointers all on that left side. maybe that's her spot, Coach.
I don't know. She had her feet under. And, I mean, everything looked really good on that shot, and her teammates have found her. Another turnover by the Lakers.
Another turnover for number 10, Roos, as we have a substitution. Number 32, Hannah Lancaster is coming in for number 14, Hannah Marie Lamley. And number 32, Michaela Mass is coming in for number 10, Kirsten Roos for Lakeland. Morgan Atkins just subbed in and hit 2 monster threes, both of them on the left side, one on the wing and one in the corner. In that last possession, Coach, Jenkins with a great pass, the hammer on the other end, finding the open Atkins as Lancaster now drives, finds Atkins in the corner as the ball is stolen by number 24, but regained possession by Wawasee. Rosacek has the ball, finds Lancaster. Atkins now has it on the left baseline, swings it out to Lancaster on the left wing.
They're paying a little more attention. They're leaving the weak side wide open.
And Kuhn with a deep three on the right wing. It is money. The score is now 17-3 in favor of Wawasee with 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Lakeland must get a bucket on this possession to stay in this one. Number 24, Bailey Hartzell setting up the offense for Lakeland. Finds number 32, Michaela Mast. Mast drives middle, looking for an opponent. There was a foul called on number 23, Aubrey Kuhn. I'm not sure if they're going to call this on the ground or if in the shooting motion.
I think she was going to go. She looked like she was trying to pass to her teammate, so she should have. She should have tried for the shot. Maybe they got a couple of throws.
It is on the ground, so Lakeland has the ball out of bounds. They find number 24, Hartzell, as she drives middle, puts up the floater, and banks it off the glass for 2. 17-5 in favor of Wawasee with 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Kuhn most likely going to be holding for the last shot here in the corner, just swinging the ball around and looking for the best option. Lancaster has it on the left wing now as she swings it up to Jenkins up at the top of the key. Atkins now has it on the right wing. She finds Lancaster, and the ball is stolen from Lakeland, but time expires before a shot gets off. Your score is 17-5 in favor of Wawasee. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse. 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. If you're just joining us, the score is 17-5 in favor of your Wawasee Warriors. That first quarter was a little rough, but Wawasee definitely seemed to hit some shots towards the end of that quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, the last minute 30 of that quarter was interesting because we went on a 9-2 run and hit 2 threes by Atkins and then one by Kuhn that made 3 threes there. Then a 9-2 run on the Lakers and just kind of got our lead build up there.
Lakeland starts this half off with the possession. They were passing the ball around for that first possession, and it ends up out of bounds off of Wawasee, so they will regain possession out on the baseline. And it looks like Wawasee changed to a new defense. It looks kind of like a box and one. I'm not sure. It might be a 1-2-2, but definitely something new. As Lakeland now inbounds the ball to number 24, Hartzell. Hartzell finds Stroop on the wing. Stroop drives to the middle, picks up her dribble, looking for help. Finds number 12, Stroop. As there is another foul on number 12, Kabri Rosacek. That is her second, and that's big if you're Wawasee because she is your tallest person, so guarding those bigs of Lakeland is really vital to have her in.
Yeah, she saw what was coming. She just got there just a hair late and bumped her a little bit. Those are the kind of bumps in the NLC they won't call.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit different.
Those touchy fouls are always the worst. Lakeland looking to inbound the ball. It is tipped off of Aubrey Kuhn and the Warriors, so Lakeland will get another chance out of bounds. It seems like in this one possession they've had 3 or 4 out of bounds plays already, so Wawasee playing great defense.
They're man-to-man. We've been man-to-man most of the evening here.
And the ball is inbounded, but once again tipped away by Hannah Marie Lamley, and Lakeland with another out of bounds play. It seems like the ref is just walking back and forth between the two sides, giving Lakeland the ball to inbound it. As they look to score again, number 24 Hartzell is trying to inbound the ball as a 5-second call is called on the Lakers. Finally, Wawasee's defense paid off in the end.
Yeah, not a lot of movement on that out-of-bounds play, so they just kept getting farther and farther away from the ball. And our girls just stayed with the denial, so that's pretty good defense on man-to-man.
Kuhn now has the ball, swings it off to Casey Schroeder. Schroeder to Wardinger on the left baseline. The ball is tipped away and stolen. Michaela Mass, number 32 for the Lakers, pushing it. She goes up for the shot. The shot is good, but a charge. Casey Schroeder, welcome back, Casey. She takes a charge, and the ball is in favor of Wawasee. Now they're taking it the other way. What a play from number 20, Casey Schroeder. Back in your first game, making that really good move to the basket and scoring, and then now taking a charge. I think she's happy to be back. What would you say?
I think, yeah, her body language seems like saying, I'm sure glad I'm back out here. I don't want to sit over there anymore.
I'm sure the coaches were holding her breath as she was setting up for that charge, however.
Yeah, well, that's Casey. You can't take that aggressiveness out of them like that. And here comes a set play. Look for this back door.
Schroeder now has the ball on the left baseline, swings it out to Rosicek. Rosicek over to Kuhn on the right wing. Kuhn to Wardinger in the baseline, and a trap from Lakeland. Wardinger gets out of it, gets it off to Rosicek at the top of the key. Rosicek back to Wardinger on the right wing with another trap on the way. She dribbles out of it, however, looks for Schroeder on the opposite baseline and throws the ball out of bounds. Turnover for Wawasee. Lakeland will now gain possession. And it looks like we have another substitution. Number 32, Hannah Lancaster, coming in for number 30, Caitlin Wardinger for Wawasee.
The trap is kind of bothering us a little bit. They're more aggressive. Coach got them coming out, trapping out of their man, and it's causing us some fits. We're looking down and just dribbling rather than passing and getting into the middle.
Number 10, Roos has the ball for the Lakers on the left wing. She looks into 24 Hartzell in the post, and an easy layup right there, just a drop step, and puts the ball up. Wawasee has the lead 17-7, however, with 6:20 left in this second quarter, as a steal from Hartzell, and she'll take it all the way and put the ball in for the fast break layup. 17-9 in favor of Wawasee. We have got to take care of the ball better. How many turnovers is that? Do you know, Coach?
Yep, I got 9 turnovers for us in this half to their 8.
Lancaster now has the ball, swings it up to Rosicek. Kuhn has the ball at the top of the key, swings it to Casey Schroeder on the wing. Schroeder finds Kuhn at the opposite wing. Kuhn with the 3 off the mark. Rosicek gets the long rebound, swings it back out to Kuhn. Kuhn drives to the middle, finds Schroeder at the top of the key. Schroeder drives, tries to dribble through too many people, and the ball is tipped away from her. Stolen. Rosicek tipping the ball away from Roos, but the ball goes out of bounds and is in favor of Lakeland. So they will regain possession as we have a timeout called for Wawasee. A 30-second timeout.
30 seconds.
So we'll keep it here with you guys. That is the first timeout charge to Wawasee. And you're right, Coach. They do not like that trap so far. But with that trap, they've been catching it in spots that it's just terrible to get trapped, and there's nowhere to go, like in the corners.
It's a little bit of a matchup. So when it gets to the side, they've got 2 people trapping on the sides and we're not passing. We're putting our head down and dribbling to the next trap spot, and that's never good. So you wanna make quick passes. All 5 of their kids are on the L, and for people who's not here at the gym, that's in the middle of the floor on the ball side. So virtually on the weak side, there's nobody. That's why Cooney had a wide open 3 there. They're almost daring us to shoot those threes, even though we've hit 3 of them there in a row.
Yeah, it's not a good idea for them right now.
But until we prove that we're going to hit that consistently, I think it's a good move for them, because that has really improved their momentum defensively, got them more aggressive.
Recapping on that previous possession, Stroop drove to the middle. She was fouled by number 10. Wawasee, Mackenzie Smith. Lakeland has the ball out of bounds now, and she swings it to Roos. Roos has it on the right baseline, looking to enter it into the post. There's nothing there, so she gains back her dribble. Number 30, Metcalf has it, passes it into 24. 24 out to Stroop. Stroop dribbles and is called on the travel. Another turnover for Lakeland. Is that 9-9 now, Coach?
That's 10-9. We're
10-9.
We're up 1. If we're playing this game by turnovers, we're up 1.
Not a game that you want to be winning, however. Wawasee now brings up the court with Kuhn. Rosicek has it on the left wing. Rosicek looking for Kuhn. Kuhn has it now on the right wing. And this defense from Lakeland is really extended out pretty far. Rosicek finds
There
Lamley
you
in the
go.
middle. Lamley drives and puts
There
up
you
that
go.
nice left-handed layup. She is good. The score is 19-9 in favor of Wawasee with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in this half. Lakeland now with the ball. Stroop has it on the right wing, looking for number 30, Metcalf. Metcalf swings it on to Stroop. Stroop has it on the left wing. Passes it on to Metcalf. Metcalf for three, and she is money.
That's one of the first threes they've had where we didn't really have anybody up in their face or just trying to disrupt it. So last time we went side to side and in the middle. So
Kuhn
let's
has
see
the
what
ball.
happens. Well, that's
Smith has the
trap.
ball now on the wing, swings it out to Kuhn. Rosicek wide open, refuses to take the shot and is called on the travel. You know, it seems like Cabria Rosicek finds herself in those situations where she's so wide open that she kind of hesitates to shoot.
Yeah.
And then
we call it thinking too much.
Yep.
I mean, it's a reactional game, and if she'd have just reacted with it, she'd have been fine. But you think about that. Should I?
When you have that much time, it's almost hard to pull the trigger right away.
It is.
Hartzell brings the ball now for Lakeland as she passes it to Stroop on the left wing. Back to Hartzell at the top of the key. She's looking to set up the offense. Nothing really there. Henry Lamley playing good defense on her. She drives. The ball's tipped away from Kuhn, but she regains possession. Hartzell now looking for someone that's open. Gets it to Stroop. Stroop drives, puts up the floater, and is just off the mark, in and out, as the ball is tipped around and goes out of bounds. And Wawasee gains possession on that one.
We're owning the boards, Andrew. We're up, let's see, I had to add this, 8-3. Owning the boards, pretty good there.
And Stroop for Lakeland has a really nice floater. Has gotten in the lane and put that up a couple of times.
A couple of those that's their shot. They just drive and float it up.
Kuhn now has the ball on the left wing. She looks into Lancaster, and there's a huge collision from Lancaster and Roos. Looks like everybody is okay, and Wawasee will regain possession on that. A skip pass by Aubrey Kuhn over to Lancaster caused that collision, as Wawasee now has a sideline out of bounds. Jenkins gets it into Kuhn as Kuhn looks back to Coach Carpenter to set up a play.
And it's a 2-3. There's a trap on the side of the freshman. That's not good.
Kuhn now has the ball, gets right in the corner. Tries to throw it off the Lakeland leg of Roos, but is called. Is there a timeout called there?
I think we called timeout to save our possession there, but we've got to pass the ball before the trap comes. 30-second timeout here, Andrew, so I guess we can sit here and yak a little bit.
Yeah, a very good heads-up play there by Coach Carpenter, recognizing that there was no way out of that trap. Kuhn was trapped right in that kind of no-man's land corner where you have the backcourt violation on your back, the sideline out of bounds, and then two defenders just sandwiching you in there, so there is no way of getting out of that one. Carpenter with the mindset to call the timeout there and save the possession.
Normally, rebounding is always, and not yet. Rebounding not yet has been a major theme here, but the turnovers have. There's a lot of turnovers. The good thing is both teams are turning it over, so it's not really like giving in another team a more advantage than us because we're both turning it over.
Wawasee now has the ball. They inbounded it to number 23, Aubrey Kuhn. Kuhn finds Jenkins on the right wing. Jenkins gives it over to Lancaster at the top of the key. She dribbles right, swings it on to Warninger at the baseline, and a beautiful cut to the basket by Henry Lamley with the assist going to Kayla Warninger. Lamley with that nice bucket right there in the lane. Score is now 21-12 in favor of Wawasee with 3 minutes left in this half. Lakeland now has the ball. Roos with it. She loses it but gains her own dribble back. Still searching to find an open Laker. She finds one in Metcalf. Metcalf swings it along to number 22, Stroop, as she puts up the shot just off the mark. Lakeland with the offensive rebound, and a foul is called.
That's their first offensive rebound tonight.
Which is honestly surprising because the ball's been tipped around multiple times on rebounds. We just have gotten lucky and it's fallen our way.
Yes, and they're in the bonus now. That was our 17th foul, so they're going to be in the bonus the rest of the half here with the 2:40 to go. But Lakeland went a man-to-man defense last time out of a timeout to kind of mess us up, and I think they messed themselves up because they left. Lamley just made a beautiful basket cut,
yes,
and we found her to the middle, and nice layup.
Sometimes if it isn't broke, don't fix it, as Hartzell puts up the first shot of the one-on-one and is off the mark, rebound to number 12, Rosicek, as Kuhn brings the ball up the court now. Finds Lancaster on the left wing. Now Jenkins driving down the baseline, finds Kuhn in the other corner. Kuhn with the three, off the mark. Rebound to Lancaster as she keeps the Wawasee possession alive. Kuhn now wide open. They just left her out there at the three-point line. Puts up the three from the top of the key. Is off the mark. Hartzell now with the rebound, pushing it for Lakeland.
Oh, nice pass.
She finds Stroop in the middle. Stroop not sure what to do with it and travels.
Well, she was in a crowd there, so that was pretty tough for a big person to get the ball in the middle on the move.
Yep.
And then make something happen when she had 2 or 3 people around her.
An excellent pass by Stroop, recognizing that she was open down in the post there, but the big person was not ready for the pass and just couldn't get her feet set. Wawasee now regains possession. Kuhn finding Jenkins on the wing. Jenkins getting a screen from Rosicek. Looks to pull up the three. Chooses not to. Kuhn now with the ball on the left wing. Drives baseline. Swings it out to Warninger. Warninger sizes up. Decides not to shoot. Swings the ball along. Good ball movement so far from Wawasee as Lancaster drives middle. Kicks it out to Rosicek on the right wing. Rosicek over to Jenkins on the right wing. Jenkins dribbles baseline, swings it out to Rosicek. Rosicek with the 18-footer and is just off the mark, just a little too hard there as number 10, Roos, gets the rebound and pushes it for Lakeland. She's going all the way, picks up her dribble, and it looks like a kicked ball is going to be called on Wawasee. It looks like Roos dribbled the ball off of, or are they calling it on her?
I've not seen that call. She was dribbling it, dribbled it off her toe, and
they called it
her kick ball. So
that's a new one. With how many years you've been coaching, you've never seen that before?
130. And I'm telling you, I've never seen it.
Oh, boy, I thought I was old. Kuhn now has the ball, bringing it up the court. Rosicek with it on the wing. Now over to Lamley in the baseline. Lamley swings it out. Kuhn now has it at the top of the key. Lancaster now has it on the left wing.
Back to trapping again, Andrew.
Lancaster looking, dribbling all the way around. Finds Rosicek at the baseline. She dribbles, finds Lamley in the middle. Lamley looking for a shot, puts it up. Off the mark. Rebound to number 30, Metcalf for Lakeland as Stroop pushes it, finding Hartzell. Hartzell drives middle, puts up a shot. Off-balance shot is off the mark, and number 12, Kabri Rosicek with the rebound. 50 seconds left here in this half. 21-12 is your score in favor of Wawasee. Rosicek dribbling, finds Wardinger. Wardinger with a nice pump fake, and the shot is off the mark. Ball is tipped around, and Lakeland finally regains possession. Number 10, Roos, dribbling up the court, trying to push it with only 30 seconds left in this half. Does a spin move, finds an opening.
Curly Neal move right there, boy.
Finds an opening somehow, some way, puts it up and in. 21-14, your score with 20 seconds left in this half. It looks like Wawasee is going to hold for the last shot here in this half. Kuhn now has the ball.
Move.
Dribbling around, puts up a shot and is off the mark. It might have been blocked, but nonetheless, Lakeland now has possession now with the last shot. 5 seconds left for number 10, Roos with the spin move, trying to put it up again, off the mark. Warninger with the rebound, and that is it for your first half of basketball. Your score, 21-14 in favor of Wawasee. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood CP, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, we are at halftime here at your game between the visiting Lakeland Lakers and your Wawasee Warriors. The score is 21-14 in favor of Wawasee. And recapping that first half, we kind of got off to a slow start, a really sloppy first quarter. But at the end of that first quarter, both teams kind of stepped it up. Wawasee specifically hitting multiple three-pointers at the end of that first quarter. And then the second quarter, Lakeland switching their defense, really pressuring Wawasee in that trap and keeping it close. The score 21-14. So I think that Lakeland, their coach's first key of keep it close, he's done a pretty good job of that so far.
Yeah, I think his team has responded well, because you wondered if they were going to score for a while, and then the change for them was going to their 2-3 zone that started trapping out of it, and we started dribbling on the baseline, on the sidelines, which that's just extra defensive players. But we got it in the middle, I can remember once, and got a layup. So we need to throw that ball in the middle before the trap comes. That's going to be real important. I'm sure that they're talking about down there, but it's something Coach Carpenter, I'm sure, is a little concerned, because it's a little closer than what it appeared like it was going to start out to be.
Of course, Wawasee came out here, especially late in that first quarter, and honestly, they've kind of played the better basketball so far. Lakeland's been pretty sloppy so far. It seems like they've either turned the ball over or they've gotten a bucket. So Wawasee really, they've kept them in this game so far after hitting multiple shots. So we'll see if Lakeland can stay in this one.
Yeah, so, one of Coach's keys was to make sure that they didn't get started on threes, because they shoot a lot of threes, and they've only shot 3 threes this first half, hit one of them, so that's only 33%, but that's pretty good for 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, 33% is a pretty good deal. For us, we're shooting 3 of 5, and I'm sure Coach from the Lakeland's he wasn't anticipating that, so we're shooting 60% from the arc, 38% from the 2 points, so that gives us overall shooting 44% from the field, and I think Coach Carpenter would take that any day. For them, they're 45% from the 2 point, and like I said, Oh, I'm sorry, I gave you the free throw percentage. That was 1 of 3. They were 1 of 4 from the arc. That's 25%. So overall, they're shooting 40%. So both teams shooting over 40%, and that's not bad.
Yep.
That's not that bad. But you wouldn't know that watching this game. And the reason, Andrew, is because of all the turnovers.
Yep.
It's not that one team has an advantage over the other. The rebounding's 11-7. Nothing to shout about, because we're not getting any basket putbacks because of offensive rebounds. We're not, maybe one shot and done, something like that, but that's not really been an effective thing. We have 11 turnovers, they have 10. So I think that key was at the end of the first half. Like you said, we hit 3 in a row, 3-pointers, and that's the 7 point.
Yeah.
I know 3 times 3 is 9. I was a math teacher one time. I know that. But so they've gained 2 points on us because of that. So that's the reason for the spread right now. Otherwise, it might just be tied.
Yeah.
Not because of any one thing other than both teams wants to turn the ball over. So, so I'm sure that's got to be a point of emphasis at half to get that extra possessions, and get us some. When we're shooting 44%, that's the best we've done all year.
Yeah.
So we've got to take advantage of that.
And looking at these two teams so far, key players so far in this half. For Wawasee, I'm going to go with Caitlin Warniger. She really is finding herself in good situations, getting herself open, as well as finding her teammates open. I remember that first bucket, Aubrey Kuhn hit her on the pick and pop. She knocked down the shot, and a couple of times has really been setting good screens and finding herself open. And then for Lakeland, number 12, Becca Stroop, has really just been penetrating and getting in the lane and putting up that nice floater that she has. She's only missed it once so far.
Yeah.
She has only 2 points so far in this game, but has really found herself open and finding her teammates open as well. So both of those two people have done a very good job in that first half. We'll see if they can keep it up in the second half. Well, when we return, we will have a full stat breakdown as well as what we will expect to see coming up here in this second half. But we'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. It's a seller's market and Northern Lakes Realty is growing. Realtors Vince Beasley, Jay Stewart, Jessica Van Lanningham, Marcus Moore, and Jim Lane can help with selling or purchasing a home. Northern Lakes Realty, 207 West Main Street in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Ramon alongside Coach Kem Zolman. It is halftime here at the Hardwood TP between Wawasee and Lakeland. Your score 21-14 in favor of Wawasee. Coming up in this second half, we will have a lot of really good basketball. But really quick, for those of you basketball fans out there, number 1, Duke is playing number 2, Michigan State tonight in men's basketball top 25. And that score right now is Duke is up 56-51 over Michigan State with 13 minutes left in the second half. Honestly, those of you who are watching this game here tonight and not watching the Duke-Michigan State game, that's really dedication to your Wawasee Warriors, because this is the soonest that a number 1 team has played a number 2 team in men's college basketball. And it's really, I'm sure it's a great game so far.
I taped it. And
who'd you take?
I taped it.
Oh.
I'll go back and watch it later.
I wish I would have done that, Coach. You're just smarter than me.
No, I don't even go that far, buddy.
Who do you think? Who do you have in that game? Do you have Duke or Michigan State?
How about if I just say I don't care? Neither one of them might appreciate that much, so I don't care.
Who is your team in college basketball?
Well, my team, I graduated from IU, so I'm an IU buff, and it looks like I'm going to take a few bumps this year, but maybe we can get back on the road here before long.
My sister is actually attending Indiana University currently, and that's one of the schools that I was looking at for attending next year, so it's a great school, but struggling the past couple of years with some tough losses. Last year, IPFW, this year, Indiana State, but hopefully they'll get back on track.
Well, I hope so. It takes, you know what, when you get rid of a legend like they did, the way they did, and then you bring in some that do things illegal, why normally just one of those issues takes years to recoup, but they did both. So now it's going to take an exceptional long time to get back, and a special person at that coaching position to get it turned around.
It seems like college basketball is that one sport that no matter who you are, there can always be an upset. I feel like football, it doesn't happen as often, but basketball, it happens all the time.
Yep, but that's why everyone likes to watch it.
Wawasee now has the ball starting this second half as Schroeder has it on the right wing. Looks like Lakeland is in a 1-3-1 to start off this second half, throwing something new at Wawasee. Kuhn now has it on the right wing. Swings it over to Rosicek. Kuhn Back to Kuhn, over to Schroeder. Wardinger now has it on the right baseline and is trapped. Finds
dear.
Lamley down in the baseline. And like Coach was saying, oh dear, there is a turnover for Wawasee.
We went to the coffin corner. Now you can't do that in that.
I like that. The coffin corner, I like that.
Oh, we got all kinds of names for positions out there.
Number 24, Hartzell has the ball now for Lakeland as there is a traveling call on her and another turnover for Lakeland. They just forced a turnover from Wawasee and then they give the ball right back.
Yeah, we're starting with it's 1-1.
1-1 in this second half in turnovers. Your score 21-14 in favor of Wawasee. 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Kuhn now has the ball on the left wing, puts up a three-pointer off the mark. Wardinger with the offensive rebound, puts it back up, is blocked, and there is a fight for the rebound. It looks like Casey Schroeder was in there, as well as number 22, Beth Stroop for Lakeland. And the possession arrow is in favor of Lakeland, so they will have the ball. Wawasee has their press on right now.
Yeah, we'll see how they handle the pressure full court. It's the first time we've seen it.
They do get the ball in, and they travel. The first time that we've seen this type of press from Wawasee, Lakeland turns the ball over. So is that 2-1?
It's 2-1 now.
2-1.
Yeah, they're up.
Lakeland's winning the turnover battle in this second half.
So I really believe in this second half. It's all who's going to take care of the basketball, and see if we can just kind of calm down here a little bit and handle this trapping. They're in a 1-3-1. You're right. They're not trapping out of it right now, just straight up.
Schroeder has the ball now, dribbling around the perimeter. Finds Kuhn. Kuhn now dribbling across the other side of the perimeter. Wardinger passes back to Kuhn and is almost tipped away by Hartzell. Schroeder now has the ball down the post, finds Wardinger on the opposite baseline, puts up the shot, is off the mark. Rebound is to number 12, Beth Stroop for Lakeland, as there is a fast break. Hartzell was on the move. Looked like she had an open layup, and number 23, Aubrey Kuhn, came out of nowhere, fouling her, not allowing the shot off, but she will have 2 free throws out of it, as it looks like we have another substitution. Number 22, Morgan Atkins, will be coming in. We'll see who she's coming in for, as Hartzell shoots her first of 2 free throws.
So that was awfully good hustle to not let the young lady have a wide open layup. She didn't let her have a wide open layup. Must have got her right across the arm before she went up. But that's Cooney's second. She's going to be fine.
Hartzell hits the first of 2 free throws as she sizes up the second one. Atkins came in for Kuhn. Kuhn sat down with those 2 fouls as Hartzell missed the second free throw. Rosicek with the rebound gives the ball up to Schroeder as she will take over the point guard responsibilities as Kuhn heads to the bench. Schroeder has the ball now, swings it off to Rosicek on the left wing. Rosicek off the leg of Hartzell, and Wawasee will regain possession.
You know, there's 3 girls on wing, point in the wing, that have exceptionally long arms. So on the perimeter, it's from one side to the other. It's kind of difficult. Right now it looks like a 2-3 set.
Yep, they drop down into a 2-3.
Trap out of that.
Atkins has the ball now on the left wing. Finds Wardinger. Wardinger back out to Atkins. Oh, and almost tipped away there, but Schroeder does have the ball. Drives to the middle. A really good Euro step move. Oh, and they're calling a travel.
Just a late call. We're tied.
It looked like they were going to call a foul originally, but they do call the travel on Schroeder as she was going for the Euro step. I feel like that is one of the most controversial topics in basketball. Is it a travel or is it a Euro step? But this time they did call it a travel as Lakeland regains possession.
Why are we naming a basketball move after Europe when the basketball game was originated in the United States?
I don't know. I didn't come up with the name. I'm just saying it.
I never figured that out.
Stroop now with the 3, and she is off the mark. Rebound on number 30, Caitlin Wardinger, as she finds Schroeder. Schroeder now pushing it for the Warriors. Pulls it back out and tries to set up the offense. Lakeland dropping back down into their 2-3 zone. Rosicek with the ball, driving in the middle, puts up the shot. Looks like she got hit on the arm, but no call. Gets her own rebound and now gets fouled as she went up for the shot, so she will have 2 free throws.
I like that out of Cabrera. She just took it right to the hole. You know, the thing about going 3 for 5 in the first half, 60% from the arc, the thing to get the kids to understand is let's don't fall in love with that. We just had a good run there, and let's make sure when we do shoot them, we're in the flow of things. But Cabrera took it right to the basket here and is going to get a couple. She's a pretty good free throw shooter. So
she knocked down her first of 2. So
here. That's just as good as any basket right there.
22-15 in favor of Wawasee right now as Kuhn checks back in for the Warriors. Rosticek now sizing up her second free throw. The shot is up and nothing but net. Scores 23-15 in favor of Wawasee with 5 minutes left in this third quarter. That was Rosticek's first points of the game here tonight.
Okay, we need to call her name a little bit more offensively to have her step up and take it to the hole.
Stroop now makes a move in the post, puts it up off the mark. Hartzell gets the offensive rebound for Lakeland. Looking for someone. The ball is tipped away from Rosticek. Schroeder now has the ball, pushing it for Wawasee. Looks like she loses it out of bounds off of Schroeder. Lakeland will gain possession. It looks like she was just trying to do too much there.
Well, like we said, this is her first game. She got to know when to push it and when to calm down, and that probably wasn't the time to push it. But she'll learn. I mean, this is only she's played 6 minutes of the game so far, 3 minutes in each quarter.
And it looks like she might be coming out as two subs have gone to the scorers table for Wawasee. Roos has the ball now for Lakeland. Swings it out to Metcalf. Metcalf for the two. Foot on the line, off the mark. Rosticek with the rebound. Kuhn now has the ball as she dribbles up the court. Finds Atkins on the right baseline. Atkins for the three and is off the mark. Ball is tipped around as Lakeland finally gets the rebound. That is Atkins' first miss from three. She was money earlier in the game. As Hartzell sizes up the quick three on the right wing and hits it. We have a timeout. It looks like Lakeland called the timeout, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But a big three hit there from number 24, Bailey Hartzell, as she now puts the score from 26-15 up to 26-18 in favor of Wawasee with 4 minutes left in this third quarter.
One of the hardest shots to defend is transition. When you're coming down transition and they pull up for a three like that, if you ever have a player that can pull up from the three off a transition, that's really hard to match, because the defense is usually hightailing it back in the middle of the floor, and to train them throughout the week that we have to guard the arc, that's a difficult. So if you ever have a shooter that can do that, and that's what she did there. I don't know if that's a consistent thing for her, but she just come down off a transition, pulled up and nailed it.
Oh yeah, one of the hardest shots in basketball is that three off the dribble. It's so easy to catch and shoot, but when you have to take that dribble and then put it up, it definitely makes it a lot harder. Jenkins now has the ball on the left wing, gets a screen from Lamley, swings it off to Atkins. Atkins swings it now to Kuhn on the right wing, gets the screen from Wardinger, looks for the roll, not there, swings it along. Atkins now has it on the left wing, gets the screen from Lamley. Atkins swings it on to Kuhn at the top of the key, over to Jenkins on the left wing, gets the screen from Wardinger, looks for the roll. It is wide open as Wardinger is blocked by number 30, Metcalf. Gets the ball back, finds Kuhn at the right baseline, and hits the three. Kuhn with another three for Wawasee. 26-18 your score, 3:30 left in this third quarter. Lakeland pushing it, not letting Wawasee get any momentum. Roos has the ball at the top of the key. Swings it down to Stroop and the post, and a foul is called on number 22, I believe, Morgan Atkins for Wawasee. What was that foul called on Lancaster? Lancaster's not even in the game. Huh. Not sure who that foul was called on.
Well, you could pick three. There's three of them down there. They're all hacking at her in the post, and I'm not sure we have to double down in the post, but at least there's three of them. Maybe we don't need to triple down the post. They don't have anybody like that.
Stroop now has the ball on the right wing, swings it over to Hatzel in the top of the key, puts up the shot, is off the mark. Lamley with the rebound for Wawasee. Kuhn now has the ball, brings it up the court.
That was a big rebound for us. She went up and got that.
Finds Rosticek on the left wing for the three, is off the mark. Lamley gets the offensive board, swings it out to Wardinger on the left baseline, puts up a shot. Airballed that a little bit too long. Roos gets the rebound, pushes it up the court. It looks like a trap from Jenkins and Wardinger on Roos.
Good trap.
Roos gets out of it. Finds a wide open Lakeland offensive player. Turns the ball over now. Wawasee on the turn. And Wardinger with the tough transition bucket over Roos.
That could have been and one. She was bumped on the way up and completed it left-handed. She almost does left-handed layups better than she does right.
Lakeland now has the ball. Stroop at the top of the key. Over to Roos on the right wing. Puts up the three off the mark. Actually, it did go in. It did go in, but it hit this black strap up that allows the hoop to come up and down, so that is called out of bounds. Wawasee has the ball, no bucket. 28-18 in favor of Wawasee with 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Again, just like the other night, they pull within 5 on a three, and so we respond.
Jenkins, the freshman, with a big three at the top of the key and does a little shimmy shake move at the end of it. Lakeland now turns the ball over. Wardinger picks it off, but Roos steals it right back. As Roos loses her balance and falls,
holy moly,
Kuhn takes the ball away, puts up the fast break layup, misses it, gets her own rebound, and puts it up again. Wow, that was a fast possession right there.
Right.
Timeout is called by Lakeland. Let's see how long this timeout is. 30-second or full?
I think it's a full, Andrew.
We got a full timeout. We're going to take a quick break then. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. If you are just joining us, the score is 33-18 in favor of Wawasee with 1 minute and 38 seconds left in this third quarter. Wawasee just went on a run as freshman Danielle Jenkins started off with a huge three from the top of the key, and then Wardinger gets the steal, gives it up to Kuhn, who puts it in for two, so a 5-point swing right there as Lakeland called the timeout. Coming out of the timeout, Lakeland will have the ball. The possession arrow is in favor of Wawasee, so if we do see another jump ball, Wawasee will get that, which we've seen a lot of jump balls here tonight.
A lot. And I'm sure Lakeland's scrambling defensively. I mean, they're very aggressive, but we're just leaving people open, and that happens when you scramble. But give us credit, we're knocking shots down.
Hartzell now drives on the right wing, hits a 16-foot floater, not a shot that you see very often. Usually they pull up and do a regular shot, but she floated it, got it to fall. However, the score is 33-20 in favor of Wawasee as Rosicek looks in, and Lamley on the roll. Rosicek, with the shot off the mark. And it looks like she's going to be called for a foul for over the back. Yep, that is Lamley's third foul here in this one. As Lancaster heads to the scorer's table, I'm assuming is going to be subbing in for her. Nope, Lancaster comes in for number 30, Caitlin Warninger.
Yeah, she got two yet.
Yeah.
Minute 11 and third. Just wanted to play aggressive but smart.
Rosicek, Lamley, and Kuhn all have at least 2 fouls. Lamley has 3, as Lamley, with an aggressive play, almost gets the steal, but could not stay in bounds. So Lakeland will regain possession. Lakeland has not had a very good possession here in a long time.
No, it's been we're putting good pressure. We're putting pretty good defensive pressure on them,
and Wawasee's defense on the out-of-bounds plays, whether it's from the baseline or the sidelines, have been incredible as they force another turnover. Rosicek with a steal, trying to find Kuhn to dribble out of it. Kuhn gets stopped. We better get across half court or else there's going to be an 8-second call. And a timeout by Coach Carpenter. That's the second time Coach Carpenter has come in clutch with trying to...
Looks like a full timeout, too, with 50 seconds left in the third.
We'll keep it here, however, though.
All right, you want to talk, huh?
You want to talk?
I like the last two games have been very, very similar in the fact that when another team makes a run at our kids don't seem to panic and have come right back with something ourselves. And like I said, Lakeland came within 5. They hit a big 3, and then we come down. Cooney hits a 3. The next possession we get to Danielle. She hits a 3. So all of a sudden, game over again.
Yeah.
So we answer the bell when it's the chips are kind of down, and that's been kind of a common theme here in these last 2 games. So that's really good to see. Really good to see, and we're hitting shots tonight, Andrew.
Yes.
That's really good to see, because in the past, I mean, like I said, Lakeland's scrambling, leaving shooters open, but we're hitting it.
Yeah.
And that's been the big difference.
And honestly, Wawasee's defense right now has definitely been, I mean, their defense is always pretty strong, but defensively, especially on out-of-bounds plays, on the sidelines and on the baseline, they have just done an incredible job at pressuring Lakeland and not letting anyone get open as Lakeland drops down into their 1-3-1 defense. Rosicek now has the ball, passes it over to Jenkins. Jenkins finds Lancaster at the right block, looking to put up a shot is Swarm. Jenkins with a 2-pointer on the right baseline. Off the mark, Lancaster with the offensive rebound, however, brings it back out. Kuhn has the ball now at the right baseline. Over to Rosicek at the top of the key for 3, and she's good. There's Rosicek's first 3 of the night. She now has 5 points on the night. The score is 36-20 in favor of Wawasee. 20 seconds left in this third quarter.
Again, that was another scramble on defense. Left Cabri open at the top, and she nailed it.
Strube now has the ball at the right baseline, dribbles towards the baseline, picks up her dribble, finds Hartzell. Hartzell puts up the pull-up jumper, and wow, another pull-up jumper for Hartzell. That is her 14th point here in this one. Jenkins puts up the shot as time expires. Just off the mark. She almost hit that.
Yes, she did. That's about a 40-footer.
Well, the score is 36-22 in favor of Wawasee. Heading into the fourth quarter, we will be right back here at the Hardwood CP with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Community Schools local radio station. We are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWTLP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, ladies and gentlemen. It is fourth quarter time. It's crunch time here for Lakeland. Wawasee has the ball. Schroeder now with the ball at the right wing. Schroeder looking, dribbles towards the middle, finds Kuhn on the left wing. Kuhn looking to set up the offense. Gets a screen from Wardinger, drives to the middle, pulls it back out, setting up the offense once again. Swings it off to Schroeder at the left wing. Schroeder looking for a screen from Wardinger. Gets the screen, looks for the roll, decides not to throw it. Ball is swung around the perimeter. Now Kuhn has it on the right wing. Makes a nice move towards the baseline. Pulls it out. Lamley with the ball, and there's a foul called on Roos looking for the steal. You know, if you're Lakeland, that's not a bad foul. They need to be aggressive here and get a couple turnovers from Wawasee.
Yeah, that's only the fifth foul all half. We got 3, they got 2, so it's not an ugly game as far as fouls goes, which is good.
Wawasee inbounding the ball. Schroeder now dribbles towards the baseline, goes up for the shot, and gets the foul called on number 22, Bess Stroop. That looks to be her first foul of the game. Schroeder now going to the line for 2.
I like the way Casey's moving. It doesn't even look like she's going to the basket as every bit as aggressive. So I think she's happy to be out there, and I don't see any ill effects from that ankle, so that's a good sign.
And Schroeder hits the first of 2 free throws there, and that was a really nice move, nice aggressive move to the basket. Like you were saying, she's really not playing with any fear whatsoever. As she puts her second shot up, and it falls. Schroeder now with 4 points on the night as Lakeland takes over the score. 38-22 in favor of Wawasee with 7:23 left in this fourth quarter. Mass now with the ball on the right wing for Lakeland. Searching, drives towards the baseline, picks up her dribble, swings it all the way across to Stroop. Stroop with the shot off the mark. Ball is tipped around in a collision by Roos and Rosicek. Everyone seems to be okay. The ball is out on Lakeland, so it will be Wawasee's ball as Lakeland now setting up a press, which it was only a matter of time.
Now
They get it in pretty easily, and Kuhn just kind of lollygags and dribbles past the half-court line with no pressure. Schroeder now has the ball on the left wing.
It's kind of one of those spoofer presses, you know. We're going to press you. No, we're not really.
And Schroeder looking for the roll. Turns it over. Roos now all the way to the basket, and the foul. She puts it in on the fast break layup. Gets the bucket to drop with the foul. The foul is on number 12, Cabria Rosicek. That is her third foul tonight as Roos goes to the line, trying to complete the and-one. Your score, 38-24 in favor of Wawasee with 6:48 left in this game. Roos now setting up. The free throw is up and good. She completes the three-point play as Lakeland sets up their press once again.
Let's see if it's...
And once again, Kuhn gets past half court pretty easily.
Just spoofing.
Kuhn now looking to set up the offense. Finds Schroeder down on the left wing. Gets the screen from Lamley. Dribbles back to the left wing. Keeps dribbling, almost turns it over there. Looking for someone to swing to, finds Kuhn on the right wing. Kuhn now resetting up the offense. Finds Rosicek on the left wing. Rosicek gets her pass deflected, but gets it back. Continues to dribble around and gets fouled by number 24, Bailey Hartsoe. And Wawasee will have the possession once again out of bounds. Your score, 38-25 in favor of Wawasee with 6:20 left in this fourth quarter. Rosicek with the ball out of bounds. Finds Kuhn in the backcourt. Kuhn now dribbles it across to set up the offense. Kuhn now pushing Rosicek over to the middle. The ball is tipped and out of bounds. Wawasee will regain possession.
Once again, Lakeland's getting up in us, and those long arms are causing us a little bit of trouble getting it in her.
And it looks like Wawasee really hasn't set anything up. They're kind of just playing some motion right now.
Kind of in one of those lulls again, aren't we?
Yep. Kuhn now has the ball trying to set something up. Dribbles towards the middle. Passes it off to Rosicek. Rosicek over to Lamley on the right baseline. Lamley drives towards the middle. Puts the shot up. Is off the mark. Rebound to number 10, Roos. Roos dribbling up the court. Pushing it for Lakeland. Pulls up. Finds Stroop. Stroop passes it to Hartzell. Hartzell for three. Off the mark, but rebounded by Wardinger. And there's a fight for that rebound. Looks like a jump ball between Wardinger and Roos. You know, Roos really seems to find herself always in those scrambles, is always fighting for loose balls.
Yeah, she's a pretty aggressive young lady, actually.
And she's only a freshman. She's one of the freshmen. The other freshman.
Number 10?
Yep. The other freshman is Bailey Hartzell, actually the Lakeland's leading scorer tonight. She has 14 points on the night. And number 10, Roos has 6 points on the night. So both of these freshmen are really contributing for Lakeland.
Yeah, the number 10 handles the ball really well. She's the one that dribbled off her toe, and they called it kicking. And she gets down there. She's got better ball handling skills than they've had. So that is a plus. I think Lakeland, as I watch them and the youth that they have, the length, I think their years in the next 2 or 3 years, they're going to be a pretty good team.
Ball is inbounded to Hartzell, who gets double teamed by Jenkins and Rosicek, trying to find a way out of it. Finds Stroop. Stroop over to her sister Stroop. Turns the ball over. Kuhn now has it, pushing over to Jenkins. Jenkins fumbles the ball and is stolen by Roos. Roos now pushing for Lakeland. Finds Stroop. Stroop with that floater once again.
Wow, she really does have a nice.
And now she fouls Aubrey Kuhn as they were trying to press. Wawasee was trying to inbound it really quick. But like you were saying, Coach, that floater is really nice from Stroop, and it is one of the hardest shots in my opinion.
That's not the first time she shot him. It looks like she's grown up learning that shot all along. But she's got great body control, and she's moving in the air the whole time and still being able to put it down.
Wawasee inbounds it with this press on, and this press looks a little bit more legit from Lakeland.
Yeah,
Kuhn has to,
a little more pressure there, wasn't it?
Kuhn had to run across the half-court line as she finds Rosicek now on the right wing, pressured by number 12, Stroop. Rosicek dribbling all the way, and one, and the foul. Rosicek puts in the layup, the left-handed layup, through the contact, gets the foul called, and is now going to the line to complete the three-point play. That was a real strong move there back to Rosicek.
There again, she's just taking it to the hole. And that's I remember from last game. That's what she did. She kind of took over in a point in the game last week that she just took it to the basket. So doing the same thing here a couple times.
And she completes the three-point play, nailing the free throw, nothing but net.
But I like her doing that because it also puts her at the free throw line because she's a very good free throw shooter. So we need her in both places.
Lakeland now has the ball. Roos with it on the right wing. Over to Stroop at the top of the key. Stroop swings it on to Hartzell at the left wing. Hartzell looking for someone that's open. Dribbling towards the middle. Finds Roos. Roos making a basket cut all the way towards the basket. Puts it up and in. Wow, that was an off-balance shot, but seems to fall for these freshmen of Lakeland. Jenkins now pushing it all the way. And she kind of did a reverse basket on that one. She tried to do a Euro step past Roos. Roos, however, drew the charge call. And Lakeland will regain possession. Your score, 41-29 in favor of Wawasee with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. And it seems like this game is a lot closer than the score.
Yeah, it's, the younger you are, the more inconsistent you are. And so Lakeland's making that little run right now that they've been doing. They've cut the lead back to 12. They could score here. It could be 10-point game or 9-point game.
And it looks like Wawasee went down into a 3-2 zone as they found an open Stroop down at the basket, and a foul is called I'm not sure who they called that on. I didn't really see any contact at all. I didn't think there was anybody near. Oh, they're calling it on Lakeland. Foul is called on number 22, Bess Stroop, and Cabria Rosacek will be shooting the 1-and-1 for the Warriors. So a little change of events there. They had a wide open person down at the right block for a layup, and in return, they foul, and now Rosacek has an opportunity for 2 free throws.
I think what we missed it, Andrew, was on the weak side, and I think Cabria had the inside position, and she was really shoved. I think she was shoved pretty good. We didn't see that. I mean, we were watching on the ball. And
Rosacek hits the first of the 1-and-1, and you know that front end of a 1-and-1 is so crucial. Just getting the opportunity for that second free throw.
To get a good free throw shooter at the line like Cabria's been hitting, she's nailed quite a few in these past few. I can't remember the last time she missed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Rosacek has been solid from the line. Let's knock on wood as she puts her second one up and is nothing but net once again. She doesn't make a liar out of you, Coach.
I'm glad I didn't jinx her.
That free throw actually puts her up to 10 points, your leading scorer on the night, as Hartzell drives towards the lane and is fouled by Kuhn. A reach-in call for Wawasee, and she will head to the line for 2 free throws. You know, it seems like the middle of the lane has been open for these Lakeland Lakers because Wawasee hasn't collapsed fast enough that they get that floater off, and most of the time they get it to fall. In this case, they get a foul called as Hartzell here misses the first of 2 free throws, missed it off the front end of the iron. You know, late in this game, Coach, legs are tired. You really got to bend those legs and get them in.
Yeah, it's a focus thing. I mean, you do it all the time. You get them tired in practice, and then you get to the free throw line, and you just work and work and work.
And Hartzell missed her second free throw again, and Roos gets the rebound, puts it up off the mark, however. And is that a technical foul called on Lakeland?
Yeah, I think Coach felt like she might have got fouled down here because number 10, your freshman, she was adamant. I mean, she had 2 offensive rebounds right in a row, and there was really nothing that called, and I think Coach was just a little upset. Might be a little frustration because your team is young, they're fighting, and sometimes it's just good to have those young kids know the coach is behind them.
Aubrey Kuhn shooting the technical free throws for the Warriors as she misses the first. Now, Coach, you're going to have to remind me on this one. Do you get to choose your free throw shooter in this case?
Yeah, you get to choose those.
I'm a little surprised that they did not go with Cabria Rosacek as she has hit so many in a row, as Kuhn missed both of those technical free throws.
A lot of times, too, you leave the kids decide sometimes because who you think might get up there, it might not be what really I mean, this is kind crucial. You're all by yourself, you know. Who wants to step up there and do that? So
it's definitely
sometimes
different.
You let the kids.
You know, like earlier in the game we were talking about thinking too much, Coach, and with nobody up there, you don't really shoot free throws with nobody around you very often, so sometimes you think about it too much. Bringing you back to live action now. Kuhn has the ball at the top of the key, swings it over to Kenzie Smith, recently checked in. Over to Landley at the middle. She drives past the Lakeland defenders. A beautiful left-handed layup, up and in. 45-29 in favor of Wawasee with 3:45 left as Roos pushes the ball for Lakeland. A beautiful feed to Stroop for the quick bucket. Wow, this freshman is really impressing me tonight, Coach.
Well, they're using a mid-post, and we're falling asleep because I don't know if we went up there and double-teamed at the mid-post, which left the baseline, made a nice basket cut, and they saw her. And so we're having a hard time closing this game out. We're making our runs, getting it back up to 16, and then boom, boom. They make a few good plays themselves. So again, this is all in preparation for the next level, which would be the NLC. And when you get leads, how do you finish them? If it's close game, to maybe shrink the game a little bit by taking some clock off before you go at it. If it's a game where you're feeling like you're pulling away, you just got to be really gritty on the defensive end. You got to be the best you've ever been all game long on the defensive end.
And you know, Coach Roos for Lakeland, a freshman, did not start in this one. I'm not sure how long it's going to be until she works her way in the starting lineup if she continues to play at this level. As Rosacek breaks through the press and crosses half court, now gets it over to Lancaster on the left baseline. Lancaster back to Rosacek on the left wing. Rosacek drives to the middle. Now Kuhn has the ball, gets the screen from Rosacek over on the left wing, passes it to Lancaster drives, swings it out to Smith. Smith pump fakes, swings it back out to Rosacek. Rosacek driving middle, Finds Kuhn at the left wing. Kuhn with the three. Money, nothing but net on that one. Aubrey Kuhn with complete confidence, letting it fly and hitting the shot. Lakeland now pushing it, finds Stroop down in the post. An underhand layup and a foul called on Lancaster there. You know, she's really lucky, Coach, that she didn't have a taller defender on there, or else that shot would have been blocked going with the up and under.
But she kind of dropped it and knew the hands were up, and so she went down from up and brought her arms underneath the defender's arms and made it look like a foul. She did a nice job. She's been taught that. That's a good move.
Number 22, Best Stroop at the line, gets the friendly roll and hits the first of 2 free throws.
You know, we spent 50 seconds on that last possession, worked the ball around, got a nice wide open three, and Cooney knocked it down.
Yeah, that was a really good possession for Wawasee.
Early on, we haven't been doing. We got 48 points, and that's a lot of points for.
Stroop is nothing but net on this second free throw. Now this Lakeland press is on once again. Rostacek with the ball, dribbling past Hartzell. Swings it over to Kuhn. Kuhn brings it past half court and sets up the offense. Kuhn still with pressure on her, finds Rostacek. Rostacek drives towards the middle.
Good.
Swings it over to Smith down at the left wing. Back up to Rostacek. Rostacek looking for Lamley posting up. Pet threw it away. Lakeland now pressing. And is thrown away once again by Kuhn. Kuhn now dribbling the ball up half court. Swings it over to Wardinger on the right baseline. Wardinger back up to Kuhn. Kuhn finds Rostacek at the top of the key. Rostacek now drives left. Swings it out to Smith.
Spend some time. That's it. Just pull it out. Run your offense. Hit the open person.
Wardinger now driving baseline, looking for the hammer on the opposite baseline. Gets it over to Smith. Kuhn now driving. Gets it out to Lamley. A beautiful pass
Hold
there.
it up. Very nice.
Kuhn now with the ball. She pulls it out. Pressure pretty hard by Bailey Hartzell. Doesn't feel any pressure though. Just continues to dribble. Finds Wardinger on the right baseline. Wardinger up with the floater. Just off the mark as it is rebounded by number 22, Stroop. Now Ruth pushing it for the Lakers. Hartzell has the ball on the right wing. Dribbles and there's that pull-up jumper. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that's pretty impressive.
You can tell she's done that multiple times.
That's pretty impressive. She takes one dribble to right, stops, and pulls up.
With a defender in her face nonetheless. She wasn't wide open there.
That's a legit jump shot right there.
That is a very, very smooth jump shot. You can tell she's practiced that one.
It's pretty smooth. Is that the other freshman?
Yes, that is the other freshman. Bailey Hartzell, number 24, is actually the leading scorer tonight with 18 points. She's going to have a very bright career ahead of her.
Well, like I said, you know, Lakeland's nothing to hang their head. They're playing 2 freshmen, and the other kids are playing very good roles, and they're going to be a team to reckon with, I'm sure, in these next few years.
And from what I've seen here tonight, Coach, Bailey Hartzell, for Lakeland, the freshman, their leading scorer here tonight, her skill has really impressed me. That dribble pull-up, that floater, she just really seems to have a lot more experience for being such a young player.
And, you know, the player that I'm impressed with for us has been Cabrera again tonight. You talked about when she made a free throw, that was her first points of the night, and I think it was in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And she now is our second leading scorer with 10. So she's made a more of a fuss out there, taking the ball to the basket a couple times, hit a wide open three. But she let the game come to her. She didn't really force the issue the first half.
And that's that senior experience there. Her third year on varsity. I'm pretty sure third year starting as well. As Lakeland has pressure, and
Coach called timeout there. There's a referee down in front of Coach, so before we could throw it away, we got trapped right away, and so he called timeout to save the possession.
And that is a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick break. We will be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Welcome back, basketball fans. If you are just joining us, It is 48-35 in favor of Wawasee. There is 1 minute and 37 seconds left in this fourth quarter. So if you are Lakeland, you have got to do something now. They are pressing, however, and Wawasee, I've never seen this before. They're kind of set up in a diamond at half court. Lancaster running through. Rosicek with the ball out of bounds. Finds Smith. Smith over to Lancaster. Lancaster now dribbling past 2 defenders. Gets in between them. Gives the ball to Kuhn at the right corner. They do pass half court. Kuhn now driving. Finds Wardinger wide open. Wardinger gets blocked by Stroop. Gets her own rebound and once again is blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Wawasee gains possession. I've never seen that press breaker before. I don't have as long of a career as you, but
it just gives you more room. It gives you, it gives you 42 feet to just scramble without screens and stuff up here. So it's just a little harder when you're running full blast.
And a foul called there on Lakeland, number 22, Bess Stroop. And they fouled number 32, Hannah Lancaster, who has not scored yet in this game. So honestly, if there's someone you want to foul for Wawasee, it's Lancaster, the sophomore who doesn't have as much experience, now here at the line shooting a 1-and-1.
Watch, she'll get up here and nail both of them.
Probably make me look like the idiot now.
Oh, that was almost.
In and out.
Okay.
In and out for Lancaster as Roos pushes the ball now for Lakeland. Roos finds Hartzell wide open for a three-pointer and hits it. She cannot miss, Coach.
You don't want to leave that girl open.
No. Kuhn now just dribbles through both defenders.
10-point
gets across half court.
With a minute to go.
48-38 your score with 55 seconds left in this one. Kuhn with the ball. Dribbling around, finds Rosicek at the top of the key. Rosicek over to Lancaster. Lancaster to Rosicek. And a foul. Number 12, Becca Stroop fouls number 12, Kabir Rosicek. 12 on 12. Yeah. And that's not the person you want to foul if you're Lakeland.
Coach, Miss Lancaster there had the ball, and he was up yelling. That's when he wanted the foul, but they didn't do it until Cabrera got it. So we'll see if that works out for him.
And we have some substitutions here for Wawasee. Number 34, Danielle Jenkins, and number 14, Hannah Marie Lamley come in for number 32, Hannah Lancaster, number 10, Mackenzie Smith. Your score 48-38 with 47 seconds left in favor of Wawasee. Really quick, we do have a local game update for you. Concord Lady Minutemen are up on South Bend Riley, 55-33 at the end of the third, as Rosicek shoots her first of 2 free throws and is off. And Kaylin Woodinger in there fighting for the rebound, gets a jump ball. The possession arrow is pointing towards Lakeland, however. So a rare miss from Rosicek at the free throw line. Still a 10-point lead with 45 seconds left.
All right, we still got to be on our toes here because we just left that girl wide open.
Roos now for 3 and money. Wow, you cannot leave these freshmen open.
See, this is the downtime we're having. Mentally, we think we've won it, and we didn't even match up with her. I mean, they went full court and didn't even match up and then nailed a 3. So there's 2 threes back to back.
Yep.
See, Andrew, now it's a 7-point game with 38. This isn't over yet.
It's far from over.
They get a steal here, and
48-41 with 38 seconds left. And now, Coach, now the one thing that I'm wondering about, I just saw Casey Schroeder. She kind of had her knee sleeves pulled down. Would you put her in this situation? I know that you're kind of trying to limit her minutes, but in this situation with the game tight in Lakeland, looking like they have some life here, would you throw her back in there to try to create a spark?
No, her health's more important than this. I mean, you still got a 7-point lead. You're still all right. Your team has always responded when you had the lead. And so you go with the girl, you've done your game plan. Her health says this is how many minutes we're going to play her tonight. That's over. So now you got these other young ladies that you've gone 2-2 with, and so you finish it with them. This is the time we got to respond. Every team's going to make a run. We just happened to leave the 2 best players wide open the last shot. That's a mental letdown. That's not physical.
And both sides, Casey and all of the other players who were part of that 2-2 team, have played really well tonight. Honestly, everyone has had a pretty good game tonight. Jenkins now finds Wardinger. Wardinger all the way and one. Gets the basket and the foul. They broke that press pretty easily, finding Danielle Jenkins right out of bounds. Rosicek over to Jenkins, and then Jenkins finding the streaking Wardinger down to the basket for the layup and the foul.
I'm impressed with Daniel's passing skills. I've seen her now. This is their 5th game, and what I'm most impressed with her game is how she knows where the open person's at.
And Wardinger hits the free throw, completing the and one, and Wawasee has not missed a free throw on an and one yet tonight.
We responded. We're back up to 10 now.
51-41 with 30 seconds left in this one. Bruce has the ball, finds Hartzell down in the paint. And wow, up and over Landley like there's no defender even there.
Once again, we fell asleep because there's no reason why that kind of a play should have. It was too easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the perimeter, but we're playing behind the best player they got. So we got to, at least deny the ball and not play behind, because just for a second we went to sleep and they found us. So give them credit that they found it, but we got to be a little more alert than that.
That is Hartzell's 23rd point of the night, as the other freshman, Bruce, has 11 points on the night. It's just been the night for freshmen tonight here for Lakeland. For Wawasee, however, number 23, Aubrey Kuhn, is the leading scorer with 12 points. Kabria Rosicek right behind her with 10 points. The seniors leading the way for the Warriors here, as they are up 51-43 with 22 seconds left to go. And Wawasee, no matter who has the ball, if anyone gets fouled, everyone's going to the free throw line. Wawasee is in the double bonus, so they will automatically get 2 free throws, while as Lakeland will be in the 1-and-1. So that could be a key here too. Even if Wawasee, or excuse me, if Lakeland does get a steal and Wawasee fouls, they go to send him to the line to shoot free throws.
Warringer's 3-point play down there put us back up by 10. That's really a good thing, because that gives us a little bit more breathing room.
Rosicek.
I thought we turned it over.
I did too. Rosicek goes to inbound the ball, and I guess it must have been tipped by Hartzell for Lakeland as they regain possession now on the left sideline. Rosicek finds Jenkins. Jenkins all alone, no one even near her. Puts up the left-handed layup. Oh, she misses it. That hurts. Hartzell now with the ball. 15 seconds left. 51-43. Finds Roos on the right wing. And Kuhn slows it down.
I think we're going to get this one. It's 10 seconds. We're up 8. And another time, Danielle will know that time is probably more important than points.
That's true.
She made a nice cut. Was wide open, yes. But there's a girl bearing down on her. You just pull it out.
Stroop now for 3. Off the mark. Rebound to Roos. Roos up again for the 15-footer. Rebounded by Kuhn. And that looks like that's going to do it as they foul Kuhn. They will send Kuhn to the line with 2 seconds left here. 51-43 in favor of Wawasee. And it looks like even if she misses these free throws, Wawasee has done enough in this one to get the win.
Yeah, and Coach is talking to our freshmen down there, just telling them, I'm sure, about the same thing. Sometimes that layup, you need it, and sometimes time's more important than points. So that's a good learning tool for them. We're still going to come out with a W here.
Kuhn up with the first of 2 free throws and is nothing but net.
I don't know if it's because I got my earphones here on or what, but I think that's about as quiet as this gym has ever been.
It's honestly extremely awkward when Wawasee shoots free throws, because it feels like everyone can hear us talking.
Yeah.
As Kuhn hits the second free throw.
In fact, I think they can, because I think saw a few of them looking up here like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And Lakeland just holds it as the buzzer goes off. 53-43, your final score in favor of Wawasee. Coming up afterwards, we will have our post-game coaches interview along with some post-game stats. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball here on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. It's a seller's market, and Northern Lakes Realty is growing. Realtors Vince Beasley, Jay Stewart, Jessica Van Lanningham, Marcus Moore, and Jim Lane can help with selling or purchasing a home. Northern Lakes Realty, 207 West Main Street in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Welcome back to the Hardwood CP, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Mamone alongside Coach Ken Zolman. If you are just joining us, Wawasee did pick up the win here tonight, 53-43 over the Lakeland Lakers. And it was a fantastic game. Honestly, it was close up until the end. Wawasee always was on top, though. I don't think they ever relinquished the lead in this game.
To be honest with you, Andrew, you got turnovers that can be the difference of a game. You got rebounding, definitely can be the difference of what. But neither one of those all canceled out. We had 22 rebounds, they had 20. We had 19 turnovers, they had 19 turnovers. So in the category of turnovers, it was kind of who wanted the ball. But the difference was shooting. I mean, and I don't mean 2-point, because we shot 34% from the 2-point land. But we shot 54% from the arc tonight. We were 7
fantastic.
of 13, and that's the difference of the game. They shot 45% for the game, so they shot better than we did. 50% from the 2, 33% from the 3, which is still good. 33% is good for arc, but when you shoot 54 from the arc, and that was the difference, because we hit a few more threes than they did. So when everything is combined, you look at it and say, well, this is even. What's the difference? Tonight it happened to be our shooting from the arc.
And the 3-point actually got started off from Morgan Atkins. Came in, subbed in late in that first quarter, and hit 2 threes back-to-back to really give Wawasee their spark offensively. And then after that...
And then Aubrey.
After that, Aubrey Kuhn hit multiple
one.
threes here tonight. Kabria Rosacek hit one tonight. It was just raining threes for Wawasee after that got started.
It's weird because you don't normally look at that was about 1 minute and 37 seconds. You don't normally look at that length of time and say that was the difference in the ball game. But tonight it was.
Yeah.
We had a 9-0 run there where we hit a 9-2 run, and those 3, we just kind of maintained that. I think we got it up to 16, I think, at one time, but they came back and got it within 7. And, I mean, we were, because of those 3s there, that we were able to maintain that lead throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah, it was a really great game. Wawasee did end up getting on top. But this Lakeland team coming up, and for years to come, honestly, with those 2 freshmen leading the way, they're going to have a very, very good program in years to come. Wawasee, we are more upper class, but we're really enjoying this year. We do have some star young talent with some freshmen and sophomores getting in there, but it was kind of the end of 2 tails. We had the seniors of Wawasee leading the way with Kuhn and Rosacek, and then for Lakeland, you had the freshmen leading the way, and Hartzell and Roos. And Hartzell just absolutely went off tonight, Coach. 23 points ending tonight.
It's one of the few girls I've seen this year be able to come on off the dribble, pull up, and do a jump shot like a guy. And that's what she did. I'm legitimately pulled up and did a jump shot. So she's going to be a nice player. You can tell physically they're just young.
Yep.
And our seniors are controlling things a little bit better, which may have really helped. But our young kids are getting experience playing with older kids.
Yes.
So when at the end of this year, they'll be done. Our seniors will be done, and then someone else is going to have to step up, take their place. So it's a good mix. But Lakeland definitely will be a team to. They're going to go through some frustrating times because when you're relying on freshmen, sometimes yes.
Yes.
Sometimes no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes no. Sometimes yes. It just depends on what you have to gain from that class. Well, I see Coach Carpenter over here. We're going to take a quick break as he sets up with the headset and the microphone here. We'll have our coaches interview coming up here shortly. But we'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463 or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, ladies and gentlemen. Now I am joined by head Lady Warrior basketball coach Matt Carpenter. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. It was a great game, a really tough-fought game, and you guys came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, give Lakeland a lot of credit from where they came from last year. They brought in 2 freshmen that are difference makers for them, and the rest of the girls have grown tremendously. So they're a scary team. I mean, last year we thumped them pretty good early in the year, but they've come a long way, and we've been working really hard too in the last few days, preparing for them. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't take them lightly, and it was a good thing too, because they're going to be a nice ball club by the end of the year.
Yeah, speaking of their freshman coach, both of their freshmen, Roos and Hartzell, were their leading scorers tonight. Hartzell with 23, and then Roos with 11. Both of them drastically impacted the game here tonight. How do you prepare for girls like that just Hartzell especially can come off the dribble and pull up and just hit shots?
Yeah, honestly, we didn't play our best tonight. I mean, I thought we played just well enough. Mm-hmm. We're a little slow, I thought, tonight, and this is the 5th game in 2 weeks, so I think their legs are a little shot a little bit, but I don't want to make excuses either. We didn't execute defensively for enough possessions, I felt like, tonight, and some of it was when we weren't scoring or we turning the ball over. Anytime we have to get back in transition defense or we're scrambling, that's when we're not very good defensively. So what we have to be able to do is we need to be able to get set every time down the floor, and when we can do that, we're in much better shape. We still had some lapses, I thought, on those 2 freshmen especially. We'll get that fixed, and we're shooting for consistency. Mm-hmm. So we weren't quite there tonight, but we had some good enough stretches to make up for it.
And Coach, I have some good news for you. You do have a game coming up against Triton here at the Hardwood TP, but after that you have a 10-day break between that and then your next game, so your girls will get plenty of resting time. Now, speaking of resting time, this was Casey's first game back. How do you think she played in this one?
I think she was okay. I mean, it's hard to come in when it's your first game and everybody else's 5th game like that. And, there were a couple times tonight she maybe tried to do a few, too much, or she was a little bit too aggressive. But we need that from her, too. I mean, she's a playmaker, and that's what she needs to be able to do. So the fact that she came out uninjured, and she came out and played hard and was able to D somebody up and willing and kind of naturally able to do some of her moves in the paint tells me that she really is getting close to being fully healthy. So that's a good sign for us. She'll get some real practice reps too. She'll get a little bit more comfortable and she'll be fine, and she'll be a key player for us.
Coach, it was a great game, a great win. Congratulations on a win tonight, and good luck in the next upcoming game against Triton.
All right, thanks a lot, Andrew.
All right, as Coach Zolman puts on the headset once again, we're going to be wrapping up our post-game show. But that was head Lady Warrior basketball coach Matt Carpenter with, of course, his post-game interview. And I really like what he had to say about Lakeland this year, really giving them props because they have come a long way. Last year, Wawasee beat them pretty good. I think the score was 52-19, so it was not nearly as close as it was here tonight. Only a 10-point game, but free throws at the end were the difference maker as Lakeland was closing in towards the end of that game. So a very, very hard-fought game by both teams, but Wawasee did end up coming out on top. Now, Coach, I saw you just had a little exchange with Coach Carpenter. What was that?
He was thinking he might have to go home and color his hair. He's just getting a little grayer a little bit all the time. But you talk about different moments of the game. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got talking about young kids being focused, and you saw us when we're focused. And I talked about that prior to the game. You can get so good throughout the season physically, but what separates teams a lot of times towards the end is a mental part of the game, the focus part. And if you can corral that, I mean, if these teams out here could focus as long as we needed for them to focus in a full game, they'd probably be ranked in the state right now. Mm-hmm. But that's a part of the game that we're learning yet, and you don't know who's going to go to the state. That's why they play the end. So it's just all part of, you can go back and watch film, break down the segments where we're not, we didn't get matched up a couple times. They're late in the game, and where we're ready to put it away, and twice we didn't match up, and they knocked down the three. Give them credit. But again, we just didn't get matched up. Those are things that they'll learn from film, and the nice thing about learning from this, you can learn and still get a W from it.
Yep. Wawasee did pick up the win tonight, improving to 3-2 on the year. Coming up pretty soon here, we will be back at the Hardwood TP broadcasting the game on the 18th, November 18th against Triton, so you'll be able to hear that game. I think that I will be returning to broadcast that game with you, and then Michael will take over after that one.
Oh,
yeah,
you can do two with me, and then you gotta go, huh?
I think so. But we'll see. We'll see what happens Saturday. This Saturday at the Hardwood TP against Triton is your next upcoming game. Wawasee did end up getting the win tonight, 53-43. It was a great night of basketball, but it looks like our time has come to a close. Really quick, I want to thank all of our sponsors: Brook Point Inn, Sox Marina, Pilcher Shoes, Lake City Bank, 1950 Signs and Graphics, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Northern Lakes Realty, Foyle Plumbing, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme. There's a lot of them this year. Also, a special thanks to Connor Lucas, Genevieve Serpolowski, Dane Morris, and Chris Rogers, all helping behind the scenes, along with, of course, Mr. Van Loo and Phil Huffman. My name is Andrew Mamone, alongside Coach Ken Zolman. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.